That's right, it's Eternal 2024. Is this a sequel? Is it a reboot? Well, we don't know yet, but one thing's for sure, Angelina Jolie and Gemma are back. The teaser just dropped, and it's shrouded in mystery. Will we finally get some answers about what happened to the Eternals? And are there new threats on the horizon? And most importantly, will we see these incredible actresses kick some serious butt? One burning question on everybody's mind. What's next for Kit Harington's Black Knight? We'll definitely delve into that one later in the video, but for now, let's dissect a fascinating deleted scene that sheds new light on the movie's central conflict. Remember that awkward moment early on where Circe bursts into her class late? Well, this deleted scene takes place right after that. We find Dane Whitman, our brooding Black Knight, waxing poetic about a rather peculiar metaphor. He talks about the seed of perfection nestled deep within the earth. Now, this might sound like random philosophizing, but hold on to your cosmic horseshoes. It's actually a clever foreshadowing of the movie's big reveal. Remember all those earthquakes plaguing the planet? Well, turns out they weren't just random geological events. This deleted scene hints at the true culprit lurking beneath the surface. Tiamat, a celestial. That's right, a giant celestial being bursting its way out of the Earth's core. This explains that whole emergence business everyone's talking about in the movie. But wait, there's more! The seed of perfection metaphor also connects to the movie's core concept, the Celestials and their cosmic procreation cycle. The Eternals, as Erisham explains, are essentially cosmic gardeners. They plant celestial seeds on planets, which then gestate and eventually erupt, birthing new Celestials. These celestial seeds are what Dane refers to as the seat of perfection, and their emergence is the driving force behind earthquakes. The whole business with celestial seeds connects to a larger question, the fate of the entire MCU. Erisham, the leader of the Eternals, claims that these celestial births are crucial for the continued existence of the main Marvel Cinematic Universe. Apparently, the Celestials act like cosmic judges, sending out these celestial seeds to propagate life and new galaxies across the universe. Without them, the universe would slowly succumb to heat death, a slow and agonizing demise. Now, hold on a second. Erisham might not be the most trustworthy source. Remember, some of his pronouncements are suspect, to say the least. Even if his claims are true about heat death, it wouldn't happen overnight. We're talking billions of years before our sun, and countless others, even contemplate reaching the end of their lifespan. So while the universe might eventually face heat death, we can safely leave those worries for future generations of superheroes. But this is where things get interesting. This deleted scene also offers a subtle connection to the Loki series. Remember, He Who Remains, the alternate Kang variant, he resides at the literal end of time, where he's the sole survival in a universe devoid of life. This scene in Eternals, with its talk of celestial death and the potential demise of the universe, could be hinting at a future where all the Celestials eventually die out, leaving the universe barren, and He Who Remains the only one left to witness its desolate glory. So, there you have it, folks. This deleted scene might not have made the final cut, but it adds a whole new layer of depth to the Eternals lore. It connects the movie's plot to the larger MCU, throws in some intriguing foreshadowing, and even hints at a potential future threat, a universe devoid of Celestials and brimming with existential dread. So, let's rewind a bit in the Eternals timeline. Remember that awkward teacher-student moment where Circe burst into class late? Well, this deleted scene picks up right after that. And instead of facing her students, we find Dane Whitman leaving the classroom, only to stumble upon Sprite lurking around. Here's the catch. At this point, Dane is completely oblivious to the whole immortal alien thing. He believes the carefully crafted cover story Circe and Sprite have been spinning, that Sprite is Circe's niece and they're just a regular aunt and guardian duo. Makes sense, considering Sprite hasn't aged a day since, well, forever. This backstory was essential for their nomadic lifestyle, constantly moving across time to avoid suspicion. But by the movie's end, things change. Circe gets a massive cosmic power boost, basically juicing herself up with celestial energy. And with this newfound power surge, she decides to use some of it to grant Sprite's greatest wish, to become human. Now, Sprite can still access her eternal abilities, but she can finally experience the joys and sorrows of a human life, including aging and mortality. This little detail also conveniently explains why the young actor playing Sprite suddenly looks older in future appearances. No more worries about child actors hitting growth spurts in the middle of a superhero saga. As for Circe, she uses most of the cosmic power-up to transform a different Eternal. You guessed it, the stone-obsessed Dane Whitman. Remember that post-credit scene where his hand started glowing after touching the Black Knight's sword? Well, this deleted scene hints that Circe might have had a hand, pun intended, in unlocking his true potential. There's a Zeus in the MCU, but not the one you might be thinking of. Forget the all-powerful Odin. This Zeus, played by Russell Crowe in Thor: Love and Thunder, is a different breed. While powerful, he doesn't quite reach the same level. Fun fact, Marvel actually has its own versions of Greek gods like Hercules. So for those hoping to see a future Hercules movie, well, there's a chance. The movie throws some interesting curveballs at our understanding of gods. Remember that scene where Sprite scoffs at the idea of gods existing? Well, that line might seem silly considering we have Thor and Odin rocking around the MCU. But here's the twist. The Eternals themselves start out worshipping the Celestials as gods. The movie slowly unravels this truth, revealing the Celestials as incredibly powerful beings, but still part of a larger cosmic system. Some even theorize that they were created by a being called Eternity, basically the embodiment of the entire multiverse. This deleted scene plants the seed for this mind-blowing reveal. There's always a bigger fish to fry, even when you think you're at the top of the food chain. Hey, speaking of big reveals, did you catch the earthquake that hits right after Sprite dismisses gods? Talk about perfect timing. It sets the stage for the movie's central conflict, the emergence of a celestial hidden beneath the earth. We'll also delve into Kit Harington's Black Knight character later, but here's a juicy tidbit. The movie hints that Dane knew about the cursed ebony blade and his family legacy all along. Seems he was keeping secrets just like Circe. Oh, and speaking of secrets, Circe might have fibbed a little about that antique ring she gifted Dane. Turns out the Eternals might have a deeper connection to King Arthur and his legendary Excalibur than we imagined. Remember Dane Whitman as the brooding Black Knight? Well, it turns out his family history goes way back, and the Eternals knew all about it, including the curse of the Ebony Blade. And that's right, the movie paves the way for a deep dive into the legacy of the original Black Knight. And guess what? We won't have to wait long to see Kit Harington fully embrace his destiny. Get ready to witness him wielding the Ebony Blade in all its glory, clad in the full Black Knight armor. Wait, there's more. As the voice whispering to Dane in the post-credit scene, yeah, that, my friends, is none other than Mahershala Ali's blade. This marks the first official MCU appearance of the iconic vampire hunter, and it hints at a future team-up we never saw coming. Could the Black Knight be joining Blade on his supernatural adventures? Here's the icing on the cake. With Eternals hitting Disney Plus soon, we can expect even more details about this thrilling new chapter in the MCU. So get ready for a future where the Black Knight and Blade join forces to slice through darkness and maybe even some pesky Celestials. Alright everyone, that's all the speculation we have time for today on the Eternal 2024 teaser. So is it a sequel or a reboot? We still don't know for sure, but one thing's clear, Angelina Jolie and Gemma Chan are back. Remember to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel, and we'll be here to break down every trailer, every rumor, and every cryptic social media post. In the meantime, head down to the comments and share your theories about Eternal 2024. What questions do you have, and what are you most excited to see?